How are you, Andrew?
I'm good, Rich. Good to be with you. And I'll just start where you just ended there. All these years, especially since the case, I was sitting there in the Supreme Court in December, I wondered this question. Do the NFL, NBA, et cetera, want to win this case, or do they want to lose this case? Because we are now in a new age where gambling is on the table, and that presents tremendous revenue opportunities for these leagues. It came to them probably in the way they weren't expecting. They wanted, as you said, a federal result, a legislative result, still do. But the legislature's not going to get involved now. This is going to be a patchwork, and it's something they've got to get a handle on. Despite wanting to dictate their terms on how gambling comes in, it's now being dictated to them by the Supreme Court and by the states.
Well, let's just, I guess, take it one step at a time, Andrew. I mean, you know the NFL as well as I, and worked in there. I mean, they didn't call an 800 number for a lawyer. I mean, they put Paul Clement in front of the Supreme Court, and so I mean, I would think they tried to win, and I think that they, even with the revenue opportunities, and Ian Rappaport reporting as well in the NFL.com article on this subject today, that the league had presented before it at the owners' meeting in March a previously secret a secret investigation by the league into what this could mean and patterns of gambling, et cetera. Do you really think the NFL wants something like this?
I'm being a little facetious on wanting to lose, and obviously Paul Clement, speaking of the Packers, big Packer fan from Wisconsin, came to our games.
Nice.
Yes, they wanted to win because they want a federal framework. They wanted the courts not to be involved in this. They wanted not to be a state-by-state patchwork. The point generally, though, is what Ian was talking about, these tremendous revenue opportunities that are going to come from this. And we've seen this with fantasy the past 3 or 4 years, where it is an incredible fan engagement tool, where you're watching games where you have no rooting interest. That will obviously continue with gambling. I was on a panel, Rich, guy from Nielsen Research puts out this statement, or this research. Average NFL non-betting fan watches 15, 16 games a year. Makes sense, home team. Average betting NFL fan watches about 50 games. That is gold, literally, to the music ears of NFL executives, where, okay, we're going to have all this new interest from gambling, which means revenue, which means continued growth of franchise values, all of the above.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.